What's your tips? Progress Racing presenting Daggy and Beaver. Bit worse wear this morning, but we'll shoulder on, and Beaver will give you all his tips for Rosehill and Flemington we're looking at today, as well as a bit of a look towards the card from Ipswich as well. Beaver, what's going on?
Oh, mate, geez, what's going on with you? You got the sunnies out, mate. You're looking,
I just woke up.
You're just missing your Harley Davidson behind you, mate. And you'd be perfect.
Good friend of the show, Barney's 40th last night, so a little bit worse for wear, but we'll soldier on. We'll get through this so I can go get myself
Barney
a quarter
was 60.
pound. He doesn't look a day over 65, does he?
No, I know. He's tough life.
Some mercies in life, I suppose, when we have someone like him around. But happy birthday.
I'll tell you what, the 30s weren't good to him. When I met old Barney boy, he was moving all right, but on the cricket field. But these days, Jesus, he's hit the brick wall quick.
Oh, what's the calf? The old man injury. I think he's had a sore calf for 10 years. So
yeah.
He
Calf
used to be able to bowl back. Both. Okay. Direct link. You know that is a vein that runs straight through it, straight from the heart.
I hope he's listening.
Yeah, he'll be right. You can catch him on Footy and Frothies every week, talking rugby league. He's not bad at that, actually. But we have some racing to talk about, I suppose. That's why people are here.
Yes.
We'll kick off at Rosehill, shall we, where the track should be good. The rail is in the 6 metre mark. So, look, I guess you want to find on paces until convinced otherwise, Beaver.
I think that's right at Rosehill, mate. I think it'll be for the on paces, and that's the way I thought in most cases I'd go.
Beautiful. We kick off with the 2-year-olds over the 1,400 metres. Looks to be 2 chances in the first. Which way are you going?
Yeah, it does look to be 2 chances in the first here. I've gone Kaboo from the Waterhouse bot stable. Slightly better price, and I just think, just like the way it won its maiden quite easily. I think it had a bit in store there. I think it'll be on the pace, and Waterhouse will make sure of that. Hard to beat.
Yeah, I actually tossed and turned, but I went the same way. I think leading early, Rosehill should get control, and Regan Bayliss is riding these sort of horses quite well at the moment. So I went the same way at the price as well. Up from the obvious danger, Osipenko off the big SP, but did win well enough, and we know should get the distance. But I'm going with the control early. We got a highway in at race 2, a class 3. Have you delved into this at all?
Yeah,
only one Massaro. Yeah, I was going to say, I just saw it there. All right, hang on,
mate. How could I not back up when Wednesday got the chockies? Happy days, $7, $8, something like that. Beaver's value bet. Thanks for coming. Well done, Massaro.
It's very left.
Chance in this as well. Yeah, a bit quiet, but I think it's a big chance in this. First up at Scone, Rosehill was a good run. Further improved here, third up, drawn the 1, gets its chance.
Yeah, no, cool. I haven't fully done the form, but it was a nice enough run in the lead up there. Race 3 is the 1,500 metre midway. A nice big field as we keep getting in these midways. Tricky one though. I was giving a chance to look. I wanted to find something away from the lead up, but I couldn't really find anything away. And out of that lead up, I think back onto dry suits Harvey's way a bit better. A nice enough chase there. Gets Reece Jones for Chris Williams, which is a nice upgrade as well. Bit disappointed by the price, having found all that, but I do have it on top. I had 3 looks at Verbeek, but I can't really tell you why. But not a lot to add beyond that. And it's a bit disappointing the price Harvey's way, but I've got it on top. What have you found here?
Race 4 for me, please.
Okay, race 4 is the benchmark 72. No, I know. 1,800 metres. We've got the unbeaten Willinga Rufio heading to market. What have you done here?
I've gone for the Waller trained Navy Seal. I think it's had a couple of nice runs here in Sydney, went down to Melbourne and showed a bit of class there, beat Jennifer Enty by 5.5 lengths, which Jennifer Enty has come out and since won, and carried 59.5 kilos there, so back to 53.5 here. And then at Caulfield last start, finished in the placings in a race where lots of horses went across the line pretty close together. Again, similarly weighted. I think this sets up really nice for it coming back to Sydney here on better ground. Like the way it sets up for it.
No, nice. I think, and Mum was a dry tracker. Just noticed that. So that probably is a tick too. Did used to beat up Winks back in the day. First Seal, the mother of Naval Seal, whatever that's worth. What have I done here? I have gone with. I had it down as 2 chances. I think Willinga Rufio was a pretty nice win last time. I should get control again. I'd say gate 18 rolls across. And I was giving a chance to Tinny Winnie, who was brave sitting outside lead at a midweek. There, I know it was a Canterbury, comes to Rosehill, should be on pace again. But I think she's shown a bit of fight this prep and can keep winning. Have we confirmed whether it's here in the other race? It doesn't look like.
Not yet. It's still in the market here. I think, yeah, that's why I kind of went for maybe Seal. I think those two just might take each other on a bit.
No, fair.
Tinny Winnie will probably kick up, and Willinga Rufio will probably have to sit outside, I'm thinking. So hopefully maybe Seal gets to sit right on their back.
No, good call. Race 5, the staying contest, a 2,000 metre benchmark 78. Look, I didn't mind the debut of King of Clubs here. I know it's finished 8th in paper, but it did sit outside lead first up on a testing track. I think drier track and control here, not a bad spec at around a $7.50 from Arapeo, who's going well. Dylan Gibbons' claim helps there. And I would much prefer Tinny Winnie in the other race. I don't know if it necessarily fits in this one, but what have you done here?
Look, I think the one is weighted up to its best, but the reason it got allocated 64.5 against this lot is because its form and is way better than these and looks to be a better proposition. It gets the 3 kilo claim, which I think helps. Will sit up on pace. Raced in far better company last start in the benchmark 94 back to 78 class here. I think it'll be hard to beat. But I did have a couple of horses that I thought you could spec as a saver at decent odds, and that was Black Queen and Estrata. Black Queen third up will continue to improve and getting now up to 2,000. And Estrata was scratched by Waller, I think, midweek in Melbourne and brought here. So both you get around 15 to 20. So worth a look.
Nice. Race 6 is an 1,100 metre benchmark 72, where I have I've ended up with the 2 blue colours here. I think I'll back both of them. Glittery was a very nice resumption. I think back on a dry though is no problem. Gets Bowman now. I should have won the dry last prep. Just was not given a great chance. And how do you pronounce this? Quintinus. Nice trial preparation for this. Both both each way odds, and I think both will run pretty well. Pretty keen actually. What do you make of this?
Yeah, I got down to 2 as well. I actually went for Rubinochi. Got it on top. Thought it might just come across from the outside gate and try and take up the lead. And I thought it was pretty brave last start, only getting nutted. And then prior to that, it ran in a listed race at Scone. And finished not far behind Zapateo, which is pretty good form and won well first up. So I think it's going well enough, could run really well. And I certainly had Glittery as well as an improving type from the Godolphin stable. I think it can run well as well. So I sort of had those 2 and we'll be splitting those.
Beautiful. The McKell Cup is race 7, kicking off the quaddie over the 2,000 metres. What have you done here?
Yeah, tricky little race this. I settled with Surf Dancer on top purely because I think it'll get control. And that will make it really hard to catch. I don't see too much challenging it here. And as we saw from last start, it was pretty powerful at the end. Beating Arapeo, we'll get a good guide on that from the earlier race. If that stands up, then Surf Dancer on top. Skyman showed an improved run last start, has ability, come from Melbourne, obviously the drier track, and finished off really nicely against Surf Dancer last start. So I expect those to probably run 1-2.
Yeah, I had exactly the same theory here. I I think both the Wallers are a chance, but they will both be, almost last. I think Surf Dancer gets just about complete control, and as a result, it'll be very hard to beat. So on top and clearly, I think quite a good bet at the price. Yes, Skyman obviously a chance, and Welsh Legend back to the dry is going quite well this prep. Race 8, 1500 metre, benchmark 78. Well, I've got Isafar on top. I think it was not given. I thought it was outside lead last time again. Had to chase a bit and hit the line pretty well. Third up onto the dry again helps here, and around a $9 mark, I'll be backing it. Horse I couldn't work out, which I just noticed is favourite now, was Sibaaq, who we sort of spruiked on debut in Queensland. Has gone to Dubbo and won since, but does it fit in this race?
I think so. Second favourite, $6. Irish Legends come into favourite.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I did have Sibaaq on top. It came over from Great Britain, had a trial, and then went to Gold Coast and was well spec'd and ran a really nice race there, carrying 58 behind Saliq that was going good at the time. Then I think on the way home they've taken it to Dubbo, odds on, and won like a good thing over the 1600. So now it gets out to stays around that mark, around the 1500 metres, which I think suits it. It's got the 3 kilo claim, and I just think this is probably got a little bit of ability. So I'm going to stick with that. I certainly agree with you. Isafar is an excellent chance in this race. Last preparation ran in the 3-year-old group races behind Duis, and wasn't disgraced, only finished a few lengths off those horses. So that is a great form line for this type of affair. So I wouldn't rule it out. And also a bit of a watch around the same price at the $10 mark around Eaglemont, coming up from Sandown. Again, probably does its best work on the good track, and this probably sets up quite nicely for it as well. Back in distance, a bit of concern, but yeah, nice open field, so you can have a good bet on one and save on the other two.
Absolutely. Race 9, a 1300 metre, benchmark 78. I had to find Perinaway here. That was a nice win first up. Dylan Gibbons again taking a bit of relief off there, and I think it's not a bad horse from Belarus, who was a nice result for us all last time. I think they're the two chances again.
Yeah, I think you're right with the two chances. I just flipped them the other way. I liked Belarus. They backed it off the map. So it went from ran really nicely at Randwick, took it to Melbourne, away from the heavier tracks, it seems, and it was a lovely run. They backed it off the map, and it won accordingly at Flemington. As long as it doesn't get too far back here, you can sit around the pace and not give in a way too big a start. I think Belarus can be the horse to beat, but yeah, certainly scared of the 10.
And we wrap up the day with another 78 over the 1300 metres. How are we going home?
Yeah, I settled on Lease.
Yeah.
Some of these horses don't win all that often, but I thought its first up run was pretty good. From the gate, I think it'll come across and sit on the pace here. Gets a little bit of weight relief off its last start. But prior to that, ran in some good quality races. Ran in a couple of Group 2, Group 3 races last preparation. I know disappointed in the Group 2, but it led again in that and ran really nicely in a Group 3 at Newcastle. So I think it can jump and run and prove hard to beat in the last.
I actually agree with you. Nice fun there. Took the words out of my mouth, and I thought it's out now, but King's Air might have been a chance of 15s from the Waller chances in the race, but especially, I think that's a nice bet. For progroupracing.com.au, I probably should do a quaddie, shouldn't I? Let's go with first leg, 5 Surf Dancer, 8 Skyman, 9 Welsh Legend, into 1 Sibaaq, 4 Irish Legend, 5 Max Schnell, 7 Isafar, 8 Eaglemont, into 10 Perinaway, 13 Belarus. That'll do us. And we'll come home with 5 Titanium Power, 6 El Buena, 10 Paper Warrior, 11 Ruminos, and 12 Lease. Your best and value, Beaver, at Rosehill.
Yeah, my best is race number 7, number 5, Surf Dancer. And my value bet is race 8, number 1, Sibaaq, around the $6 mark. But there's a few horses around the $4 or $5 mark that I've tipped tomorrow, and I think it could be a decent day.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Surf Dancer, very, very hard to beat. So my best as well. And I'll make my value Glittery in race number 6, number 11. We'll head to, do you want a quick look at Ipswich on the way to Flemington, or should we go straight to Flemington?
We can go straight to Flemington. We'll touch off on Ipswich at the end.
No problems. Drying track there, currently soft, I believe. A bit of drizzle around, but I've treated it as a soft track at Flemington, rail in the 12-metre mark. It's Flemington, should be fine. We kick off with, it's into the heavy, so we had some rain. Kick off with the 2,500 metres. You probably, back to the point, you probably want to be coming down the middle of the track by the end of the day, I'd suggest, but it is what it is. 2,500 metres, it kicks us off, though. And how are we going to start the day?
Yeah, look, interesting way to start the day. These 2,500 metre races are never easy. I'm going to go for Saracen Knight from the O'Brien stable. Third up for this preparation. Ran a nice little race first up against Bermudez, and then showed a lot of improvement last start at good odds at Flemington behind Acceleration. I think this sets up okay for it. Gets a 3 kilo drop on that run. Yeah, I think it's going to be hard to beat, and probably the main danger, don't doubt Dory, but Saracen Knight on top for me.
I've got Pesto on top here. I liked it. Oh, it's going well, this prep. I liked its chase against Maserati Bay last time. A good win before that. I'd probably want it drier than heavy, to be honest. So the drier, the better. But I think it's going quite well, and on top for me in race 1. 1,000-metre benchmark 78 is the second, and this is a tricky little one where I've stuck with the lead up. Actually, I'm sticking with Diamonds. Nice win last time. Josh Richards sticks, still in the same part of the track to be swooping late from the horse that chased it late, which was Grand Pope, who's second up and probably ready to strike here. But at the price, happy to back Diamonds each way. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, look, I've gone for Regal Star from the Ben Hayes stable. Resuming here, think if it's ready, it can run well down the straights. If you go back to last preparation, while it didn't look that impressive, it ran an 8th and a 5th. They were both behind In the Boat, which is a pretty good horse, and it carried 60 kilos on both those occasions. Got 55 and a half here. I think if In the Boat was in this race, we'd see a pretty short price favourite. So I think that form line may line up okay here, and at the $8 mark, I think that's not a bad bet.
Year-olds are race 3 over the 1,400 metres. Could you find anything here?
Yeah, good little race here. I settled on Charming Die. Thought its last run at Maui was pretty good. Just sat off them and let down very nicely to win well. And prior to that, over the 1,000, again, finished off really nicely behind a Smoking Holly, which has a little bit of ability as well. So hopefully can get the right sit and cover here from gate 13 and come down the middle of the track like we're hoping.
Yeah, nice. I haven't finished this race. The win of Atlantis Tycoon was quite good, but a big SP. But I think it sets up nicely here. And you mentioned Charming Die, but we'll know more afterwards, as we tend to do. The mares over the 1420 benchmark 90 is race number 4, where I was, I think Quintello hits this race quite well here. I think this suits it nicely. Map to get running line and a nice little claim for Matt Cartwright. I think all sets up very well. And I really like the price around Cerberus again. That was a nice win last time. And again, you're getting double figures with Brett Preble and Chris Waller. I think it's just a forgotten horse again. So they'll be the two I'll be playing. You're nodding along there, Beaver. What have you found here?
Yeah, I do. I like Quintello here. I think the draw suits. It's flying this preparation. Probably should have won last start
Yeah.
at Rosehill. Probably wasn't given a lot. It was a pretty tough run. I think if it gets a little bit of cover here, it'll be too good for these. And I also found one at a little bit of price, Grand Remore. I tipped it on Wednesday to run
we've been
well.
waiting.
This is probably a little bit harder, but they've kept it for this. Lee's is no dummy, so certainly have a watch on it.
Absolutely. Just looking at the prices, Grand Remore around that $13, $14 is definitely worth a ticket as well. The listed Creswick Stakes is the feature on the card. Up the straight, 1,200 metres, a clash between Passive Aggressive and Star Patrol. Which way have you gone?
Yeah, beauty little race. There's a few other fair horses in this
absolutely.
as well. I Am Me, Carrasco. I've gone for Passive Aggressive. Loved its win last start. Just exploded, beat Dragonstone, who came out and put pay to him in Sydney last week. So I think that's a really good form line here. That was down the straight here at Flemington. Just looked to relish in that. Yeah, I think it's going to be super hard to beat.
I've flipped him. I've gone Star Patrol. It's going places, and again a nice win last time. Yeah, obviously from Passive Aggressive, who might well be going places as well. Both group horses, and looking forward to seeing it. Race 6, 14:20 again, where I found Bam's on fire. It wasn't a bad resumption in last start behind Ocean Beyond. Before that was spending a bit of time in the group races over in Perth. Again, a claim here, and it fits well in this race. I think this is pretty much a Wednesday race, and the other would-be chances I think have been out of form for a while. So Bounds on Fire at the price I think is a nice play around the $5.50.
Yeah, I thought this was a pretty open race, and for that reason I went for some value in Turn on the Charm. The import from the Mar Eustace stable, having its first start here, hard to line up some of that form, but I don't think it'll have to be any superstar to win this. And I'm hoping it's ready first up and fresh and can run out a strong 1,400. So Turn on the Charm for me.
You do it well when you do, Beaver. Race.
I don't I ever.
Oh, I know. Seen it in action. The 2,000 metres is race 7, the Sir Henry Bolte Handicap for the these for the 3-year-olds, I believe so. What have you done in this tricky race?
Yeah, look, settled on Oceana Blue from the Moody stable. Again, third up here. First 2 runs have been really good. Had a first up run over 1,800 at Sandown, which was an interesting first up tilt, and got well back and was well tried in the market. Finished off beautifully. Was a really nice run. Then came back to the 1,600 metres in that same Hop on Harry race. Again, that was a really, really tight race. They all went across the line together. Thought that was another good run. I think this is now perfect. The 2000's now perfect for it. Third up here. Gate 10, drawn perfectly, comes down the middle and wins this. And I don't think it's an overly strong affair. If I was saving, I'd have a little bit of money on Commander Harry, who didn't have a lot of luck last start, but has a bit of ability.
I agree with you. Yep, Oceana Blue on top. You've hit every point I was going to make. Drawn nicely, and the horse that'll make its run with it is Secret Glamour, who, if you take out the couple of heavy track runs up in Sydney, has had some nice runs through its career, and I think 2,000 suits. But Oceana Blue looks ready to win at third up here. Race number 8 is a 1,630 metre benchmark 90. Another good little race, just as I check the scratchings, where this is a cracker, actually. I'm sticking with Diagula. Yeah. Nice resumption, stable flying, and again, a backable price. But the chances don't in Nesta. Sir Davies flying, Vizanari's going well. Tuvalu's going to be a chance. Unfortunately, probably gets stuck outside lead again. So, very good race. I think they're the 4 main chances, and I've just got Diagula on top. I think it was a nice resumption, and I think it might be a horse going places as well.
Yeah, look, I've settled on the same. This is a good race. You know, the top 5 in the market are all genuine chances. Yeah, I just like the way this sets up for Diaguilar from the Payne stable. Vegan aboard, going well. I just love the way it finished off the last 100 last start. Like, it probably didn't look like it was going to win, and then it just exploded. Hopefully no second up syndrome here, but we know it can handle the Flemington track.
And the
last
weight if it's wet.
preparation over, last preparation over 1600 beat Mancayan, who came out and won last week. So that's good form, and beat Kick Magnus as well. So again, I think you're right. This is a horse on the way up, but certainly Visionary and Sir Davy are flying as well. Visionary, I think, is the main danger.
And we wrap up the day up the straight, 1100 meters. How are we going to finish off?
Yeah, this was a tough little race to finish off here. There was probably a number of different chances here. I just settled on Zach the Boss. It's got the fitness edge here. One up the straight here last start, and second the start before that. So it goes really good up the straight here. I'm just banking that the Flemington track suits. Gate 11 gets to the right part of the track here, and can be hardest to beat around the $6 mark. Main danger is Zorro's Dream. It goes great at the track as well. Never been out of the placing, and can fly home.
Yeah, I when I did the form, I went back and looked and pretty much had found him in market order. But I do have Zach the Boss on top as well from Express Pass, and Zorro's Dream can indeed fly home. So probably drawn the right part of the track by now, Zach the Boss. So around a good each way bet there. Do you want to give us your Flemington quaddie?
I will give you my Flemington quaddie. So starting off in race 6, I'm going to go numbers 4, 6, 8, and 10. In this number, I should say the names: 4 Tabby Dance, 6 Bands on Fire, 8 Zoist, and 10 Turn on the Charm in the first leg.
Mm-hmm.
In the second leg, I'm going to go numbers 2, Bigolino, number 5, Secret Glamour, number 6, Oceana Blue, and number 1, Commander Harry. In the third leg, I'm going to go number 5, Sir Davy, number 7, Visionary, number 9, Diaguilar. And to finish the day, I'm going to go number 2, Express Pass, number 6, Miss Albania, number 7, Pioneer River, number 8, Zorro's Dream, and number 11, Zach the Boss.
Beautiful. Have you got our best and value for progretracing.com.au? Don't forget to check them out for their free tips, extensive guides, and much more.
Yeah, my best bet of the day is race 5, number 8, Passive Aggressive. I think it's going to be hard to beat. And my value bet around the $6 mark is race 3, number 9, Charming Die.
Beautiful. I'm going to make my best Pesto in the first. We'll hopefully start off with a winner. And my value Bounds on Fire in race number 6. It's Glasshouse Day at Ipswich. So we're just going to have a quick run through the last couple of feature races on the card, which is, we'll start with the Ipswich Cup, Beaver. Is that where you started?
Yeah, that's where I've started, mate.
And who have you found?
Yeah, tricky race this.
Absolutely.
Really struggled to line up some of the form here with some of these horses. They've come through different races, and stepping up to the 2150. I'm probably just going to stick with Street Dancer. I thought, and just go for the horse that's got the fitness edge here. It's been up for a while, but 54.5 here suits. It was pretty good last start over the 2200. Well weighted for this on the 54. I think it can run extremely well, and a little bit of watch on the horse that came over from New Zealand. Had decent form in some races there. Wasn't too bad first up. Gets a bit of weight relief there, and probably can improve.
The Eyeliner is race 8. What about this one?
Yeah, look, this is again another tricky races. These are
They were
These are never
tricky. Yeah,
easy, these
we picked
races.
a good one to single out, didn't we?
Yeah, really hard to line some of these up. I stuck with the favourite in Vinco. I thought its run last start was really good. I think it gets the right run here from gate 7 and could certainly prove the hardest to beat here. Emerald Kingdom comes back to a very winnable race here. 59.5 from gate 14 is a bit of a concern. But yeah, I think it's a knockout chance as well.
And the Gay Waterhouse is the last. Anything you like here?
Yeah, I narrowed it down to 2 here. Wine Diva, again, probably comes back to a slightly easier race here than what it's been running in. Finished a length behind Naj Matty last start. That's a fantastic run for this, and a couple of lengths behind Written Beauty. So I got it on top from the improving and up and coming, maybe the best. I think it's got a little bit of ability, but Wine Diva on top.
Beautiful. Anything else on the Ipswich card? I just want to mention, we spoke about it a while back, but it's finally resuming here. Kalishnikov resuming for the Friedman team. It's double figures again. I think it's a talented horse, but anything else across the card, or you haven't really had the time to look?
Yeah, I don't mind in race 5, number 6, the Big Goodbye. I think it will be super hard to beat. And in the race prior to that, race 4, number 4, C. Marie, I tipped it last start as well at Eagle Farm and thought it was a decent run. I think it can run better here, second up, and had it as a danger in that race.
Beautiful. Anything else around Australia? Well, we've probably covered most of it.
No, that's it, mate. That's all for me.
Good job. Good punting tomorrow, punters. Good luck, Beaver. Thanks for carrying me there. I'm off to get a zinger box. So
That'll help.
Take care, and we'll speak to everyone next Tuesday night. Check out Progrit Racing, sign up to the mailing list, all that good stuff, and we'll talk soon.